baby.
Enjoy this great game.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel. And today, should MLB move All-Star Game to protest new Georgia voting law? I am being completely serious. This is actually going on right now. There are movements to try to get the All-Star Game out of Georgia. It started with some tweets by some weird people who were starting this whole movement thing. And then there's articles coming out even by someone like Ken Rosenthal on The Athletic talking about that it should seriously be considered. I'm so sorry if you disagree. I don't mean to cause any kind of stir here, but I'm just telling you my opinion. And you're welcome to disagree. But my opinion is you don't need to move an All-Star Game. You don't need to involve sports in this. This All-Star Game, yes, of course, Atlanta's going to make some money on it. The state of Georgia is going to make some money by having the All-Star Game there. But it is deserved. The All-Star Game goes to all Major League teams, all Major League stadiums eventually. That's the way it's supposed to be. Sorry, except for maybe Tampa Bay getting screwed out because of your stadium. Y'all need to build a new one. That being said, Atlanta earned this All-Star Game. The people of Atlanta, the people of Georgia who go there to watch the games deserve to have the All-Star Game there. And it should not be moved unless it's something catastrophic, something severe, which you might consider this severe. I looked into this law. Okay, so they're making voting laws. They're making it a little tougher to vote. They're making it so you have to have ID. They're making some things you can't bring food and water to people because it sounds kind of harsh, but I think that it boils down to people were using that as a way to get closer to try to kind of campaign a little bit when people were already getting ready to vote and not supposed to do that. Things like that. Whether you agree with it or not, I'm not saying I agree with all of it. So what? You don't move the All-Star Game over that. Every state's going to have some laws. Every city, every county, every place is going to have some laws that we're not all going to agree on. At the end of the day, this law seems to be finding more favor with Republicans. Not to get political, but that's a problem because Major League Baseball and the writers and all of them are super far left liberal. Not saying that I'm a Republican. It has nothing to do with it. I'm actually been historically a Democrat, although I think lately they're going a little bit off their rocker, but I digress going. That's a whole different thing there if I want to get into that, which I don't. But what I'm saying is that because you may not like these new laws that are to do with voting, which I've looked into and I don't see any major issue. Not saying I love all of it, but I don't see any major issues enough so to move the All-Star Game as some kind of protest. Every time a law comes out you don't like, every time a law comes out that's a little favorable to maybe to the other side of the political party, at least in your mind, you want to start moving All-Star Games, moving big events. It's absolutely ridiculous. Let's get into this. I'm sorry, but I know that was a big old long intro, but I haven't even got into this particular article. It would be a tall but not impossible task for Major League Baseball to relocate its All-Star Game after everything that's going on. LA didn't get their All-Star Game last year. Hopefully they'll be getting it back soon. Even as a Giants fan, I want LA to get their All-Star Game in Dodger Stadium. But anyway, they want to relocate it away from Georgia. According to experts in sports events management, to pull it off, the league officials would have to make the decision soon. If they bend the knee to this thing and move this All-Star Game, I will be pissed. Not that I'm even going to the All-Star Game, but they deserve to have it there. The Atlanta Braves fans and Atlanta Braves have earned their All-Star Game. Strict new election laws. Okay, some view laws designed specifically to disenfranchise voters of color, which is absolutely not the case with new requirements like a photo ID. Do people of color not have a photo ID? I believe everyone has a photo ID. You should. If you're voting, you should have an ID. I don't see what's going on there. Cuts the time people have to request it. I don't understand, and I've read into this, and please let me know how this supposedly hurts anyone based on race. Now, I know that Oakland's new thing that they're doing sounds like it might hurt some people based on race because if I'm not mistaken, there's something that they're paying $500 a month except for white families. Even if you're a poor white family that needs money, you don't get it because of the color of your skin. I know I digress, but that thing is insane. That's absolutely horrible. Horrible. I don't care if it's privately funded. If it's privately funded, you tell the people privately funding it, oh, when you send us a bill that's not racist, we'll be happy to go ahead and send that out to the people of Oakland, but just like we wouldn't accept something from the KKK saying this goes out to everyone but black people, we would tell them to go F themselves. We would not take that bill and start, sending it out. But that aside, sending out that money, that aside, super digressing in this, Tony Clark says players are very much aware and acts like that all the players are like wanting to move the All-Star game. I highly doubt that the majority of players really care that much, but hey, let's see what it says here. As it relates to the All-Star game, we have not had a conversation conversation with the league. If there's an opportunity to do so, we would look forward to having this conversation. I mean, you have to be kidding me. Among the four sports, MLB isn't known for taking major political stances like the NBA. Thank God for that. Still, many of baseball's top superstars are black or Hispanic. That's wonderful. We love that. I mean, that's awesome to have a diverse league. In fact, Major League Baseball is the most diverse league. We have people from everywhere, and we get talent from all over the world in Major League Baseball. I say we because, I love baseball. That's my sport. Not that I'm officially affiliated with Major League Baseball. But anyway, the All-Star Game slated for July 13th, roughly 3.5 months away. If they pull this thing, oh my goodness. Yeah, they would have to break contract with hotels, ticket distributors. It's pretty much not happening in my opinion. But there's a movement here. It can be done. You have to be kidding me. Over some voting laws that they don't like. Now, if these voting laws or any laws were super liberal laws, even if they were insane, ridiculous, terrible laws, like the one in Oakland, guess what? They would probably want to put more All-Star games in Atlanta. I mean, it's just to make these kind of decisions for sports fans and baseball fans who love the game of baseball over some laws that you don't like. Is absolutely insane in my opinion to move it out of Atlanta and screw the fans of the Atlanta Braves and the not just Atlanta Braves fans but all Georgia baseball fans and anyone local there who was planning to go to that event, to go to the Home Run Derby or the All-Star Game or any of the other events. I couldn't imagine if back in 2007 they pulled the All-Star Game from San Francisco. I went to that Home Run Derby. I didn't go to the All-Star Game because I couldn't afford it, but I went to the Home Run Derby. It was amazing. And I went to a lot of the events and the local stuff going on. They would have pulled that over some law, even a state law or whatever, a political thing, and pulled the All-Star Game. I can't imagine how pissed I would have been. Simply not right. Okay, the law, whether you like it or not, I don't want to get into that because it doesn't matter really. The point is, whether you like it or not, you don't start moving your big events there. This is like newfound ground. Like this is something new going on in this country where all of a sudden you don't like a law. Oh, you pull everything, you cancel everything. What is going on? What is going on? Again, it's because apparently this is a law that Republicans like because maybe, I don't know, because of the recent election, and I'm not even getting into that either. Even if this law was something I really did not like, even if it was something I hated with a passion, even if I was like, that law is terrible. That law is terrible. If they said from now on, first-time jaywalking offenders have to spend 2 weeks in the county jail for jaywalking, I'd be like, that's a terrible law. But they shouldn't move the All-Star Game over it. Just a stupid example, but you get my point. So anyway, also they're thinking about the 2021 Masters. Don't get me started. I love golf as well. And the Masters is made for Augusta, Georgia. You move that, I will be even more pissed than moving the All-Star Game because it has to be in Augusta. You got to be kidding me. Professional golf should not reward Georgia's attacks on democracy. What are you talking about? They're not rewarding Georgia for anything. They already have, this is where the Masters is played. You're not rewarding them by continuing to play it there. That's where it's played. Just because you don't like your golf. Racist voter suppression. I mean, I'm sorry. Unless somebody shows me something I'm not understanding, these are not racist voter suppression laws. Okay? I do not think so. Everything's racist these days. That's the problem with calling everything racist. When you call everything racist, nothing is racist. You don't know what. I mean, everything is racist. They're calling people white supremacists. People call me white supremacist. I mean, it's crazy. Which, by the way, my family's from Nicaragua. Don't know if that matters. I was born here in the United States. Everyone's a white supremacist and racist these days. It's getting just out of control. And yes, because you don't like this law, because Democrats, the far left do not like this law. They want to move the All-Star Game. Everything sports has got to get dipped there every time. And the people that want to move it again are not baseball fans or not sports fans, unless they just happen to be far left, like a little crazy, and also love baseball. But let me know your thoughts down below. I'm sure I'm going to lose a few subscribers over this one. But hey, I had to talk about it. They're talking about moving the All-Star Game. I'm totally opposed to it. I'm opposed to changing the name of most teams. I'm opposed to a lot of this stuff, dude. Leave it alone. Let politics be politics and laws be laws, and take care of that on that side of the spectrum, and let sports be sports. Atlanta has this All-Star Game. It's going to be in Atlanta, and I want it to be in Atlanta. You guys have a fantastic day. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button. We're going to talk to you very soon. See ya! When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye, baby. time the chips are down. It's bye-bye, baby. History's in the making at Oracle Park.